Hi everyone, it's Irit, and on this layout I'm getting messy. So I start with a big blob of gesso on my paper, and what I decided to do here is this month I got all the May kits from Scraptastic, which is something very unusual for me. I usually get one kit and the add-on, but this month I don't know. Um, I loved one kit and the add-on, and then I really loved some colors in the other kit. Um, but there are quite a few things in the daylight kit that I can't see myself using as they are. And mostly for this layout I focused on the green parts of the kit. I don't use a lot of green in my scrapbooking, and I like the lime green that is now popping here and there, but not this type of green from the this is mostly from the Simple Stories ephemera pack that came with the kit. So, and this cardstock also came with the kit, and I don't really see myself using it. So I took lots of gesso and I just went to town with it on the cardstock, and I also used it to adhere the die cuts on the page. And I'm not doing this in any particular way, or I didn't think. I was just, adhering one, then the next, and trying to overlap them a bit. And I kind of kept them more or less on one side of the page, kind of. And yeah, and that's the basis for this mixed media page. Now, I'm not a huge fan of, like, one of my problems that I had, I was a subscriber of a different kit club for a long time, and one of the problems I had with it is that I wasn't too crazy about every single kit. Some of them I loved, and then some of them I didn't, and after I think a year and a half or something, I noticed that I had a lot of things in my stash from kits that I really liked, that I didn't really love. So it's not, I don't like to force myself to use stuff that I wouldn't buy otherwise. But as I said, this month, that's what I like about Scraptastic, that they have two kits to choose from every month. But yeah, this month I also got the one that wasn't my usual style. So I am trying to use things in, let's say, more creative ways, because I don't want just a ton of stuff lying in my stash. So after everything was completely dry, I added some gelatos, and as you can see, I'm just using whatever colors I want. I don't care what the color of the original piece is, because I covered it all with gesso. You can see a little hint of some of the prints and the words, but you can't really tell what the color was. And I'm using a baby wipe to smear the gelatos. You could use also water, but this is a bit, yeah, it was just like really fast, unless you have like a very big brush, and I don't have many big brushes. So I'm just adding color and trying to get a look that I like. And at this stage I wasn't too in love with what I was seeing, but I think with mixed media pages sometimes you just have to go on and add more stuff. I know it doesn't sound, too like there's not a lot of like thinking here, at least for me, and just add stuff until you get the look you want. I used some gel medium and a stencil to create those stars, and it gives the page some more texture and acts as a resist. And then I added some mists, and the first one I grabbed was the new, new for me, Heidi Swap Color Shine in Citron, which is a really beautiful lime green, and it has also shimmer in it. And I also used a few Lindy Stamp Gang mists, and the colors I used are the Flat Fabios, which are just pigment with no shimmer. I used Hibiscus Rose, which is my favorite pink, and Pineapple Paradise, which is a really beautiful yellow. And then from the Stardust, these have shimmer in them, I used Yellow Rose of Texas, and that purple is called Witch's Potion Purple. And I added some water just to make the colors flow a bit and create those like drips. The Lindy Stamp Gang shimmer sprays are called Starburst. I don't know why I keep calling them Stardust. Maybe Stardust is a better name. Anyway, sorry about that. So, you know, I have to admit that sometimes I think that a lot of these type of pages, like those mixed media pages, at least my mixed media pages, really resemble each other. And yeah, I don't know, it's just an observation. I mean, I really enjoy making them, and I really like the results in some of them. But I have now the feeling that they are kind of similar. Maybe I'm just doing the same thing again and again. Yeah, probably I'm the problem. Anyway, I used lots and lots of my new A2G adhesive to straighten the page a little bit, because it was a bit buckled from all the stuff I used on it. And the photo I'm using here is of my daughter in a blanket that I made for her. In last November I visited my best friend in Minnesota, and she's like a master quilter. She just does the most amazing quilts, and like I needed another hobby, she got me into it, and I was there for like a week, I think, and I made 2 quilts, well, little ones, but she was guiding me and really helping me, and she has like all the equipment, so it was really fun. So I made my daughter this blanket, and she was really excited about it when I came home, and she was really sweet and really appreciated it. So the title for this page is Made with Love. And yeah, I'm home, I have my sewing machine, and I have like fabric and stuff, and it's just, I guess, without my best friend it's not as much fun. And also, when given the choice between quilting and scrapbooking, scrapbooking usually wins. So yeah, but I should really use up some of the lovely fabric that I got. Again, I'm using here my favorite 6x6 paper pad from the Lemon Lush collection by Studio Calico, and I just grabbed a few papers and used them as layers behind my photo, not thinking too much about it, using the scraps and whatever looked nice. And I grabbed a piece of like a scrap that I had. It's from the Fifth and Frolic Dear Lizzie collection, I think, that lovely aqua paper, and I used the like the nozzle, or the other side of the nozzle of the Heidi Swap spray, just to draw a very what's the word, not straight crooked line, yeah, whatever, around like a frame around that scrap, just to connect it a little bit to the rest of the messy page. So on the Nicole Jones 911 Facebook page, the challenge this month is to use some new stuff. And since I have a ton of new stuff, that's not going to be a problem. So I just grabbed, they're still all on my desk because I made the haul video, I think it was today, I don't know, the days get so long sometimes. And yeah, so I just grabbed these die cuts from BasicGrey from the Highline collection, and I thought the colors went really well with the lemon Lush colors and with the background, so that was nice. And I used the +1 pink thickers, which I love. I have to get some of the black and white ones, although I am playing with the thought of going into a shopping freeze again until September, because there's like lots of vacation and I'm not gonna be home that much. So yeah, I don't want, you know, to buy and then not have the time to actually use the stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking about it. Now is actually a good time to decide, because I got such a big package of goodies, you know, that my shopping needs are satisfied for the moment. And I'll still get my monthly kit. Oh, I'm also thinking about maybe subscribing to another kit club, but that's a different subject. Anyway, I used those letter stickers that I love to write, to spell with love, made with, and then I used a couple of like transparency hearts from the die cut package, and I used some foam adhesive to adhere some of the elements to create some more dimension. And eventually I cut the paper down. I think I did that off camera already. I added my journaling at the top, just drew some lines and then added my journaling, and I cut down the paper to, I'm guessing, about 11.5 inches. I didn't measure, I just did it with my scissors, and matted it on, that's always a big decision, which paper to mat these type of layouts on. And I have like a paper hierarchy in my craft room. So usually I won't pick like that type of paper, like to use as a background where only half an inch shows. I will not use my newest, most beloved papers. It's completely stupid, but that's how it works in my brain. So I grabbed like a favorite paper of mine, but an older one from the Studio Calico print shop, and I think the colors really work well with the rest of the layout, and I really like the end look, the end result. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great weekend. Bye.